Nations.
Welcome to the Stade Olympique in Nouakchott. Mauritania and Tunisia meeting this evening in Group B of the qualifying campaign for the 2022 World Cup. It is the second meeting of these nations in 4 days. Tunisia 3-0 winners at home to Mauritania in Radez on Thursday. Tunisia threatening to run away with this Group B. 3 wins out of 3, 9 points at the moment. Equatorial Guinea on to 7 from 4 games. Zambia, the former African champions, on 4 points. And Mauritania yet to get off the mark. Limited number of supporters inside the Stade Olympique as kickoff approaches here. 10 to the hour in Nouakchott for this one, and we will be ready to go shortly. 7 in the evening local time kickoff for this game between Mauritania and Tunisia. And just to bring you up to speed with the other game in the group today, a 1-1 draw it was between Zambia and Equatorial Guinea. Zambia taking the lead in the second half, but being pegged back in the latter stages, and that result ensuring that this group, well, is very much in Tunisia's hands. There's a small number of spectators inside the stadium in Nouakchott tonight. From Mauritania, already we're at the stage where it's about pride in this campaign against the Tunisian team, who are on their way, it seems, to the World Cup, but of course still work to be done in that regard. The winners of the group will head through to the final round of African qualifying in the new year. Flags of Mauritania and Tunisia. On paper, this should be something of a mismatch. Tunisia ranked 25th in the world, the second best team in Africa behind Senegal. Mauritania a lowly 104th in the world rankings, 23rd in Africa. A country of just 4.4 million people in population terms. Tunisia much better off with about 12 million people in Tunisia. Traditionally one of the hotbeds of football on the continent. They've become regulars at the World Cup in the last couple of decades, and their club teams regularly among the best in Africa as well. Teams will be out shortly. Just to give you a quick recap of events around World Cup qualifying in Africa today. That draw between Zambia and Equatorial Guinea, wins as well for the likes of Nigeria, Cape Verde, Mali, Uganda, Tanzania and Madagascar, beating the Democratic Republic of Congo in Antananarivo. to Nouakchott for this World Cup qualifying Group B encounter between Mauritania and Tunisia. Tunisia 3-0 winners when these teams met in Radez just a few days ago. They've won every game in this group so far. Mauritania yet to get off the mark. Tunisia threatening to romp away with top spot in this group as they seek a place at next year's World Cup in Qatar. Well, before kick-off this evening, we will have the national anthem, starting with that of Tunisia. Defenders of the homeland, the national anthem of Tunisia, the national anthem of Mauritania. Was the national anthem of Mauritania, the home team hoping for some revenge on Tunisia tonight after their heavy defeat a few days ago. Quentin Martins, the former France international, is the man in charge of Mauritania. He makes 5 changes to his lineup. The goalkeeper Namori Diaw and star striker Aboubakar Kamara are out injured. They were hurt in Tunisia a few days ago. The clubless Abdul Ba comes in to captain the team. He is one of the 5 players coming into the side tonight. Ismail Diakité, the number 7, plays his club football in Tunisia for CS Sfaxien. The Tunisia coach, Monder Kibaya, has made 5 changes as well. among the players dropping out tonight, Wabi Kazri, who's been such a key player for the Carthage Eagles in this qualifying campaign so far, and who got one of the goals against Mauritania in Radez on Thursday. He drops to the bench this evening. Our officials tonight are from Algeria. Mehdi Abid Sharef is the referee. Nearly ready to go here in Nouakchott tonight. Mauritania get us underway in this Group B encounter between the home team and a Tunisia side who are well on course to top this section. 3 wins out of 3 so far, including a 3-0 victory at home to a pointless Mauritania team just 3 days ago. Big ask for Mauritania tonight against a Tunisian side who've been pretty impressive thus far in this qualifying campaign. Under Monder Kibaya, it was a surprise appointment as coach back in August 2019. Here come the home side bursting through. A chance to open the scoring, perhaps inside the opening minute. The shot blazed over the bar by Ismail Diakité. And he knows that that was a glorious opportunity for Mauritania to take the lead. Mohamed Soued setting up Diakité. Ali Maloul, the Tunisian number 12, had been drawn inside. And Diakité had a clear sight of goal. Well, quite a start to the game. Matlouti right back this evening for Tunisia, wins the free kick. Jani Sassi with the ball across to the far side. Naim Sliti looking Saifeddine Jaziri. Jaziri, who's come into the Tunisian team this evening. Changes have been made by the coach, trying to keep players fresh this busy and compact qualifying campaign. There were just 2 matches for these teams last month. This double header this month, followed by the remaining games in mid-November. Tunisia's campaign will conclude at home against Zambia. They are in a very strong position. Win this tonight, and they will be edging closer to securing first place. First They have to get the job done here. Sleety. Sleety, wearing the number 23 jersey, the player who made his name in French football. Moving away to play in Saudi Arabia. Done by Umar Kamara. Picked up. Bron was put under a bit of pressure. It's across to Malul. This is Sleety again. Given away. Diakite. Good defending by Talbi. Well, on paper, Tunisia overwhelming favourites for this one, but the surface here in Nouakchott and home advantage in general for Mauritania, these are the kind of things that could level the playing field somewhat. Zarafia. For a Tunisian throw, it's taken very quickly indeed, looking for Seyfeddine Jaziri in the penalty box. Abdul Ba, wearing the number 5, is the Mauritanian captain. There is the coach, Corentin Martins. He's done a superb job in charge of Mauritania since first being appointed in October 2014. Mauritania's fortunes have improved markedly in his time in charge. They got to their first major tournament at the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt 2 years ago. And, they will be at the next Cup of Nations as well in Cameroon early in the new year. World Cup so far has been a step too far for Mauritania. Mourabitoun, as they're known, the Lions of Shingeti. Martin's counterpart, Wonder Kibaya, has already touched on a surprise appointment on a 3-year deal following the last Cup of Nations in Egypt when he replaced Alain Giresse. Battling on the far side by Umar Kamara. Chance there for the attempt at goal from a very tight angle. Turned behind by Farouk Ben Mustafa, the Tunisian goalkeeper and captain, for the first corner kick of the evening. Chance for Mauritania here. Bakary Ndiaye among the players forward from the back for this one. The out swinging corner, which It's cleared away to the edge of the box. Put downfield by Matlouti. And Tunisia on the break here. Held up by Laidouni. Rafia and Matlouti. Sliti's cross. Appeals from the Tunisian team. It was Rafia in the middle up against Bakary Ndiaye. The Tunisian coach appealing to the officials on the touchline. Matlouti with the throw. It's a hard-fought contest in the early stages here. Mauritania eager to turn the page following their comprehensive defeat in Tunisia a few days ago. For the first point of this qualifying campaign, Abakar Diop is in goal tonight because Namouri Diaw suffered an injury in Tunisia a few days ago. Two men in the wall. Sliti standing over the free kick here. The referee just wanting to make sure that the two-man wall was far enough back. Mauritania defending the free kick well. Hamza Rafia. Ball will behind for a Tunisian corner. Their first of the game. Naim Sliti will take it. Plenty of red shirts up in the penalty box here. Sliti among his former clubs, Lille, the reigning French champions. Sliti's wicked delivery headed away at the near post. And Mauritania hacking it away to safety. Diakite doing brilliantly to keep that in play and keep it alive. Excellent retention of possession, this from the home team. Ali Abed. 12 minutes in, 0-0 here in Nouakchott tonight. Adam Abba. Taking out the cross, but straight into the arms of Farouk Ben Mustafa. Adam Abba wearing the number 10 jersey for Mauritania, playing through the middle of that attack. Plays his club football in Morocco. North African club teams tend to dominate on the African scene. And, Tunisia have some of the best sides in Africa. Mauritania, it's a challenge there at the crossroads between North Africa and Sub-Saharan West Africa. It's not a traditional footballing power by any means. They are improving. Their small population doesn't really help them when it comes to qualifying for the World Cup anyway. It's not stopped them from becoming a side capable of reaching the Africa Cup of Nations. The expansion of that competition has helped them. Now 24 teams involved. This will be their second consecutive appearance at the Cup of Nations early in the new year. Competition that was delayed by 12 months, of course, because of the pandemic. Nicely done by Sassi. Malul's ball forward. Tunisia just unable to get that ball into the path of Hamza Rafia. Picked up now by Umar Kamara. And a foul on Ba. Ba spent a long time playing in the French leagues with Renaissance Berkane in Morocco. Mauritania have got just the one goal thus far in this qualifying campaign. That was in their first match, a 2-1 defeat at home against Zambia. And, offside flag up that time. There's Jaziri. Assistant referee running the line right in front of the Tunisian coach. He's been very animated down below as Aïdouni nearly got in behind, profiting from some slightly uncertain Mauritanian defending here at the Stade Olympique in Nouakchott. Slightly uncertain ball inside. Chance for Mauritanians. Camera, who couldn't make anything of it, picked up by Matlouti. Starting it right back for Tunisia this evening. Majdi Keshrida, who started at right back on Thursday. The last meeting of the teams, 5 changes made by the coach, by both coaches, indeed, for this game tonight. Trying to keep fresh legs and keep as many players in each squad involved as possible. Injuries have not helped for the Mauritanians. They lost a couple of players at the start for the first game. Ibrahima Koulibaly, midfielder who might have played a part in these games, had to pull out of the squad not long after it was announced. Look on paper at the two squads, you look at who the respective players play for. There is a gulf in class. The Tunisians have some players with top European sides, others with top teams in North Africa and the Middle East. Mauritanians, very few of them play at the top level. Lots of them playing in the lower leagues in France, for example. Captain Abdul Ba doesn't have a club at the moment. Ali Abed with the throw. Applause from Quentin Martins, the Mauritanian coach. That's Dylan Bron. Metz in Ligue 1 in France. Set down the line by Ali Abed, but not kept in play by Mohamed Soued. Quentin Martins was a French international back in the 1990s, a fine player, went to Euro 96 with the French national team. Played in a brilliant Auxerre side that won the French league that same year. Forward by Rafia. Issa Laidouni taking on Ba for pace. Ba was strong enough to hold off the Tunisian number 14. Doing well. It's good play again from the home side to retain possession, but it was a very slack ball by Mohamed Delayali. Caught out by the bounce on the artificial surface here in Nouakchott. Very small number of spectators in the main stand on this side. Long-range attempt. Wild one, to say the least, from Dylan Bron. Born in France, a lot of the Tunisian players had their footballing education in France. They were born there, they've played there. Same applies to the Mauritanian team. And Zoumar Kamara was previously based in France before moving to the Bulgarian leagues. Nice little pirouette on the ball, unable to make anything of it though. Ferjani Sassi trying to keep that ball in play. It's gone behind for the throw. We had that chance inside the first minute for Ismail Diakite. Clearly the best opening of the game so far. Omar Kamara kept that one in play. Bar. Tunisia get it away, and Jaziri finds Sleety. Saifeddine Jaziri running into space. Space vacated by Naeem Sleety. Jaziri holding it up. Elias Skiri. Possession from the away side. Ali Malul. Ferjani Sassi holding in that midfield. Skiri has just ventured forwards for the moment. Sleety coming deep to enjoy some possession. Now Matlouti makes the run. Matlouti will try to get the cross in. It's come off Umar Kamara, and it will be the second Tunisian corner of the game so far. Umar Kamara helping out defensively. Good play from him. Sleety to take the corner here. Headed away at the second attempt. Maybe a chance for Diakite. Well, Tunisia committing plenty of men forwards for the corner, and the danger is that the pace of Ismail Diakite could cause them a few problems. Diakite is hurt here. Coming up to the midway point in the first half. Mauritania 0, Tunisia 0. It's a very pleasant evening in Nouakchott. Temperature's about 21 degrees. There's a nice breeze. It's been hot during the daytime. It's going to get hotter and hotter as the week goes on. Temperatures expected to reach 40 degrees by next weekend here in Nouakchott. The coast of northwest Africa. It's where more than a quarter of this vast country's population lives. By Ali Abed. Hamza Matlouti with the throw. Matlouti again. Ferjani Sassi. Will run through for a goal kick. Well, Matlouti is appealing for a corner, but Boubacar Diop will get the goal kick. The leading team in Mauritania, FC Nouadhibou. That's Boubacar Diop plays, and he's got the chance this evening in the absence of Namori Diaw due to injury. The other notable absentee who was hurt in Tunisia on Thursday is Aboubakar Kamara, the striker. Raised in France, who was called up to the national team for the first time back in March at the end of the Cup of Nations qualifying campaign, and has since moved to Greece to play for Aris Thessaloniki from Fulham in England. Abdul Ba to Ali Abed. Turns inside, away from Hamza Rafia. Bakary Ndiaye. It's in front of Diaw. Tunisia trying to control the tempo here and slow the game down as much as possible. They are in the driving seat in this group. They can afford to draw this game this evening. I think they would like to get the 3 points and move that bit closer to securing first place. Shot from long range is a hopeful one from Naim Sliti, unable to trouble the goalkeeper. By Rafia. And Seyfeddine Jaziri enjoying quite a physical combat with Bakary Ndiaye. Jaziri taking a bit of a knock to the back of the head. The play continues. This is Abdul Ba. Hooked on by Adam Abba. Knocked to the ground. Mauritania 0, Tunisia 0, 26 minutes in, and at the moment it's been hard-fought contest thus far. Mauritania applying themselves well, despite the apparent gulf in class between the two teams. Certainly evident on Thursday when Tunisia eased to that 3-0 victory. A brilliant opening goal by Elias Skiri. Superb volley from fully 30 metres. Foul on Sliti, who has hurt his wrist here. Mohamed Delayali was the player penalised, the number 14 for Mauritania. Goal for Tunisia between now and the half-time interval would be a real blow for Corentin Martin's side. I do suspect that if Tunisia can get themselves in front, they would be well on course for the 3 points here. Sliti and Ali Malul again standing over the dead ball here. Sliti flighting it into the penalty box. It's headed down and cleared away by the Mauritanian defence. Matlouti will take this. Right back tonight for Tunisia, the Zamalek player. Tuti's throw forward towards Jaziri. Rafia. Goes all the way to Diakite. Ismail Diakite forced back the way here. The Tunisian players based at home will know a bit about Ismail Diakite. Rafia. By Rafia, headed out and picked up by Moussa Ndiaye. Nicely done. Into the middle, held at second attempt by Ben Mustafa. Adamaba linking up very well indeed with Mohamed Soued. It's looking very useful getting forward from midfield for Mauritania. This is Dylan Brun. Atleti to Ferjani Sassi. Duni working it across to the left for Malul. Again, Elias Skiri getting forward into that inside left position. Here's Ali Malul. Malul's cross. Away by Ali Abed. Dylan Brun. By Sassi. All over the midfield, looking for Jaziri, collected by Diop. 0-0 it remains between these teams. They do know each other pretty well. Leaving aside the game in Radez on Thursday, these countries played each other at the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt in 2019. Mauritania's first appearance in a major tournament. They went out without a win, bottom of their group, but they did get a 0-0 draw with Tunisia. Sassi shot into the arms of Boubacar Diop, an easy save for the goalkeeper. Long downfield by Diop, the header won by Montassar Talbi. It's going to be a Tunisian free kick. Mustafa Diaw with the foul on Naim Sliti. Elbow in the back of the Tunisian player. Free kick played quickly. Shot from range is wide from Aissa Laidouni. Comfortable for Boubacar Diop. Saifuddin Jaziri starting up front tonight for this Tunisian side. And the biggest name to drop out of the starting 11, of course, is Wabi Kazri, who scored from the penalty spot in each of their opening 2 games last month. Wins against Equatorial Guinea and away in Zambia, and then on the score sheet home to Mauritania in Radez just the other day, keeping him fresh as much as possible. Tunisia hoping that they can get the job done without having to call upon Kazri tonight. They continue to knock out the door, but Boubacar Diop, Mauritania goalkeeper, so far has been comfortable. And ball, big time by Laidouni. Rafia. Maidouni. Ndiaye putting it through to Sued. Picked up by Malul. Greatly experienced left back for Tunisia. Matlouti. Matlouti again, ball in from the right-hand side, cut out by Bakary Ndiaye. Cut by Umar Kamara, and he set off on one of those runs of his. He's got pace. Kamara, he's in behind Brun, checks inside and goes for goal himself. He could have tried to pick out Diakite on the far side. Just for a moment, there was real promise about that run from Umar Kamara, Bulgaria-based winger. Just lost a bit of momentum as he cut back inside. He could have done with some support, but it's going to be a Mauritania corner, which Adam Abba will take. Played short. Hussein Ndiaye's ball in. Might just fall for the shot at goal here. And the effort on the turn. Sued's shot brilliantly saved by Farouk Ben Mustafa. One-handed stop from the Tunisian skipper. And play rages back to the other end with Sliti. Superb hit from way out on the left-hand side, comes back off the crossbar. Still it's alive for Tunisia. Jaziri into the middle. Mauritania scramble it to safety. Well, from very nearly the opening goal for Mauritania at one end to almost the breakthrough for Tunisia at the other. Farouk Ben Mustafa seems to have hurt his ankle, perhaps, as he went down to save that shot. Break in play should allow us to see these chances again. Mohamed Sued in the right place at the right time to take that wayward shot down, turn and go for goal. Great save by Ben Mustafa. Two sets of players coming across for a refreshment. Could have been 1-0 for Mauritania, and then at the other end, a few seconds later, could have been the goal for Tunisia. Farouk Ben Mustafa getting that treatment, it's his left elbow. This was the chance for the Eagles of Carthage. Powerful strike, whipped in from the left-hand side by Hamza Rafia. Restarting with a Mauritanian free kick just inside their half of the field. 7 minutes to half-time in Nouakchott. Bakary Ndiaye to deliver this ball forward. And a couple of openings so far, the home team. They've looked lively in the final third. Awkward one for Ba up against Jaziri. Two big and strong centre-backs. Seyfedine Jaziri is very much at a disadvantage in terms of height up against them. Once again, it's Sliti and Malul standing over the free kick. Sliti's ball in, it took a deflection off a Mauritania player initially. I think it was Sued. And the pressure stays on. Tunisian corner. Played short. Sliti's ball in to the arms of Boubacar Diop. Ali Abed. Field to Mohamed El Ayali. Places club football in Libya. Sued again getting forward. Right flank this time for Mauritania, picked up by a red shirt, not convincingly away by Malul. Mohamed El Ayali, who set off on the run and gets his team another corner. And there have been large chunks of this first half in which Tunisia have been on top, but Mauritania have remained dangerous. Swinging delivery. And the header from El Ayali it was, which is over the bar. This is an experienced Tunisian team. It's a big ask for Mauritania tonight. There are a number of Tunisian players out there this evening, even with all the changes. Played at the 2018 World Cup in Russia. And Tunisia were very unlucky to lose to England in their first group game, and then they were well beaten 5-2 by Belgium in their second match. That ended any prospects they might have had of making it through to the knockout phase. They did finish with a consolation victory against Panama. Tunisia's World Cup record has tended to be that they're pretty good at qualifying for the World Cup. At least they have been recent World Cups, but when it gets to the finals, they tend to really struggle. They've never gone beyond the group phase. Four of the last 6 World Cups, after first making it to the finals back in 1978. Aiduni. Elias Skiri. Forward by Matlouti, looking for Hamza Rafia. And Rafia wins the free kick. He's certainly one to watch, is the 22-year-old Rafia. Belongs to Juventus, but known this season in Belgium with Standard de Liège. Another Tunisian free kick in a dangerous position on the edge of the final third. The big man coming forward from the back once more, and Naim Sliti to deliver this. This time it's going to be Malul to send it in. And once again, it's held by Boubacar Diop. Here comes Matlouti. Just kept in play by Rafia. He wasn't happy with the pass given to him there, Hamza Rafia. Sliti will come across to take the throw. It's been another day in which goals have been in fairly short supply in the CAF World Cup qualifying. The only team to have scored more than one goal today are Nigeria, 2-0 winners against the Central African Republic in Group C, as the Super Eagles continue their seemingly merry march towards top spot in their section. Leon Balogun and Victor Osimhen of Napoli with the goals for Nigeria in that one. There shouldn't be too much time added on at the end of the first half. It's flowed pretty well. There was that brief stoppage to allow for some treatment for Farouk Ben Mustafa. The Tunisian goalkeeper made that brilliant save from Mohamed Soued. We've got 1 minute added on at the end of the first half here in Nouakchott. And Kbayer, the Tunisian coach, watching on. Will wait before he can take the throw. There is a Tunisian player on the ground here. Two sets of players making a trip from Tunis here to Nouakchott. It's a fair old journey, about 4.5 hours all the way across Algeria. Down here to Nouakchott on the northwest African coast. For this one, we are into the first added minute. There should be a few more seconds yet. It's a Mauritanian free kick. And that is the end of the first half action here at the Stade Olympique this evening. There have been chances at either end. Mauritania might have gone in front in the first minute through Ismail Diakité. They were denied by a brilliant Farouk Ben Mustafa save after that. Tunisia being denied by the crossbar in the first half too, but it remains 0-0 at the interval here in Nouakchott. Welcome back to Nouakchott. The Mauritanian players coming out for the second half here this evening. And I think they can be pretty pleased with the way they've performed thus far against a strong Tunisian team, albeit a Tunisian team with a number of changes made, of course, following their 3-0 win in Radez when the teams met there a few days ago. And that was a result which effectively ended Mauritania's chances of winning the group and qualifying for the World Cup in the process. Take them through to the final round of qualifying. Remember, as the group winners, Tunisia in a strong position now to go on and do that. Even if they don't get a victory here tonight, they will remain in a strong position. Earlier today, Equatorial Guinea coming from behind to get a 1-1 draw with Zambia in Lusaka after the Rangers player Fashion Sakala had put the Chipolo in front. That result really ultimately helping the Tunisians. Just wonder if they've not been quite at 100% this evening because they know they're in such a strong position, but they still came close to getting the goal. The shot off the crossbar late in the first half. I feel there's more to come from them as the second half gets underway here. We'll be kicking off the second half very shortly indeed. After 8 in the evening here in Nouakchott. This Sunday night, as we wrap up this second round of matches this month for these teams. More games to come across the African qualifying campaign tomorrow and on Tuesday. Doesn't look like either coach is going to be making a change at the beginning of the second half. I think both managers can be fairly pleased with what they've seen thus far. So Tunisia get us underway in the second half here in Nouakchott, and after their 3-0 win when the sides met in Radez on Thursday, they're finding the going a little bit tougher tonight here on this surface in Nouakchott. Survived a couple of times in the first half, including one brilliant save by Farouk Ben Mustafa to deny Mohamed Soued. Just wonder if they might at some point in this second half look to Wabi Kazri off the bench. A star player might be able to offer them something extra going forward. Right to the edge of the box, the chance for the shot from long range. It was well struck by Ali Malul, and a good save that time by Diop. Held it at the second attempt. Ali Malul of Al Ahly, the leading Egyptian and African club side, the 2021-22 CAF Champions League is up and running. Not yet at the group phase, but we are at the second round stage. Another attempt on goal. Comes Arafia that time. And a comfortable save for the goalkeeper on that occasion. Forward by Mustafa Diaw. Picked up by Skiri. And there's Skiri again. Infield to Laidouni. Matlouti. Rafia. It's a Tunisian free kick. Skiri coming across, he's in a rush to take it. It's that same duo standing over the dead ball. Naim Sliti walking away. This time he's going to leave it to Ali Malul. Quentin Martins, the Mauritania coach, watching on. Malul's ball in. And it falls for the shot from Dylan Bron. And the flag has come up for an offside against Elias Skiri. Another chance for Tunisia, who are eager to make an impact at the beginning of the second half. Skiri was in an offside position as Bron hit that shot. The save again made by Boubacar Diop. And Boubacar Diop requiring some treatment here. This is a concern for Mauritania. Remember, he came on at half-time in Tunisia the other day to replace the injured Namouri Diaw, who has dropped out of the squad. Quentin Martins called up another goalkeeper, Mohamed El Mokhtar. Got a first call-up as a replacement for the injured Diaw. And just a reminder that the loss of Aboubakar Kamara is a blow as well. The 26-year-old striker. He's got experience of Ligue 1 in France. He's played at a good level in England and now in Greece as well. Bake Ndiaye is the man with the #1 shirt for Mauritania this evening, on the bench, doing some warming up at the moment, and doesn't look like he's going to be required at the moment anyway. Boubacar Diop has had that hand or wrist problem attended to, and he's ready to carry on. Mauritania, more than anything, building towards the Cup of Nations in the new year. Remember, they will play Tunisia again in the Cup of Nations. Sliti sends it forward into a bit of space here. Jaziri. Zamalek forward, playing it to Ferjani Sassi. The run made into the box. It's going to fall to Jaziri, perhaps. Jaziri's shot is blocked. Once again, Tunisia threatening. Malul played that ball infield. It's picked up by Houssine Diaye for Mauritania. Finally getting a chance to come out of their own half here, perhaps. They've been on the back foot since the second half got underway. Cleared by Diop. Picked up by Houssine Diaye. One of the Mauritanian players based in the French lower leagues. A long kick downfield by Diop. It will run through to Farouk Ben Mustafa. And Malul. This is Sassi. Appeals for a handball against Ferjani Sassi. The referee didn't give it initially, but he has given it now. Ferjani Sassi pleading his innocence. Header away by Montassar Talbi. And Mauritania have ridden that early wave of pressure. Beginning of the second half. It's nicely done by Sued. Shot on goal, sliced wide. It's been impressive this evening, Mohamed Sued. Sassi, a nice idea, looking for Ali Maaloul, but it's not the ball that Maaloul himself wanted. To the arms of Babacar Diop of FC Nouadhibou, the leading Mauritanian club. They are through to the second round of this season's CAF Champions League. They'll play big-name opponents. The first leg to come next week. They're up against Entente de Sétif of Algeria. I mentioned that the Tunisian clubs are regularly among the top sides on the continent. There are 2 Tunisian teams involved in this season's Champions League. The national champions Espérance have been the CAF Champions League winners 4 times. They play Al Ittihad of Libya in the Champions League second round. The first leg to come next week as well. And the other Tunisian club involved in the competition this season are Étoile du Sahel from the city of Sousse. They will play APR of Rwanda in the second round, with the first leg in the coming days. Group stage won't begin until the new year, into February, once the Africa Cup of Nations has been completed in Cameroon. It's an excellent ball forward. The touch by Hamza Rafia. Subtle, but not quite subtle enough. The offside flag was up anyway against Hamza Rafia. Just on the upcoming Cup of Nations, these teams played each other in 2019 in Egypt when it was a 0-0 draw. Not good enough to stop Mauritania from being eliminated in the first round, and no problem for Tunisia on their run to the semi-finals. They have been drawn together again in the upcoming Cup of Nations in Cameroon. They'll be in the same group, along with Mali and Gambia. Promises to be a tough group for Mauritania, which has been played in the Cameroonian coastal town of Limbe. Rafia working it out to the right-hand side. There's the shot from Laidouni into the arms of the goalkeeper again. Sassi with the touch. Up by Ismail Diakité. Hussein Diaye. Abdul Ba, Mauritanian captain, currently a free agent. He has played in France in the past and in Morocco. Diakité battling to keep that ball in play. Mauritania really want to show that they can compete with one of the top teams in Africa. Tunisia are the second best team in Africa according to the FIFA rankings, only Senegal ahead of them. Trying to pass the ball out from the back, picked up by Moussa Ndiaye. Fall here for Diakité. Well won by Ali Maaloul. And now with Naim Sliti looking to release Seyfeddine Jaziri early. Jaziri could do with some support here perhaps. He tries to cut it back towards a teammate arriving. And the Mauritanian defence standing firm again. Skiri, French born and raised, with Cologne in the German Bundesliga. Ferjani Sassi thumped forward by Sliti. It's a really good ball out to the far side for Matlouti. He's got Rafia ahead of him, Jaziri in the middle, but disappointing cross through to Babacar Diop. This is intercepted from Diao, collected by Ali Malou. Mauritania have it back again. And here they come with Adam Abba. Diakite, Tunisian-based winger, shot on goal is into the arms of Ben Mustafa once more. A giant of a figure, Farouk Ben Mustafa, in terms of personality, in terms of physicality as well. Very imposing presence, the Tunisian keeper. A bit of a problem here for Mauritania. Bakary Ndiaye is on the ground and is going to require some treatment. Coming up to the hour mark, 2/3 of the way through this game, and Mauritania are going to have to make a change. Bakary Ndiaye's evening is at an end. A good shift from him at the back, along with Abdul Ba. El Hassan Webib, who comes on, the number 21, plays his club football in Iraq. Malou's ball in, collected by Diop again. First substitution then of the evening for either team. Ndiaye has been caught in possession here by Ferjani Sassi. It's an excellent recovery from the Mauritanian midfielder. And it's away by Abdul Ba, prevents the corner. Tunisian free kick, and still the pressure is on. Ilyas Skiri scored that wonderful goal in the early stages in Radez on Thursday to give Tunisia the lead. And went on from there to run out very comfortable winners indeed. Haven't managed to get the breakthrough yet this evening, but we're into the 62nd minute. Another Ali Malou free kick to come. Sent in by Malou, and brave defensive header. There's a Tunisian corner. Low in towards the near post. Sliti gets it back again. Still the pressure is on. Laidouni. Ball in from Laidouni. Diop did very well to get a hand on that. Collided with the Tunisian player in the process. Now, what has the referee given here? I think he has given a free kick for the challenge on Aissa Laidouni by Mustafa Diao. That was the tackle. And Babacar Diop then doing very well to clear the danger, so he thought. In front of this limited attendance here in Nouakchott tonight. Will be a Tunisian free kick. He's been kept busy in this second half, Babacar Diop. Douni being watched closely by the referee, an Algerian official who blows his whistle. Chance then for Sleety to send in the free kick, and again Babacar Diop doing really well. Well, he wouldn't have been starting this evening had Namori Diaw not got injured in Tunisia the other day, but he is making a claim tonight to keep his place in the side in the next round of internationals. Defensive header from Montassar Talbi. Jaziri. Habib, the substitute, coming across to meet Jaziri and standing up to him well. Abdul Ba. Sued wins the free kick. As there is a small number of fans on the near side here at the Stade Olympique in Nouakchott, this ground which can hold about 20,000. Mauritania is an emerging footballing nation on the African continent. The Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations was held here earlier this year. Competition won by Ghana. Got the better of Uganda in the final. Played on this ground back at the start of March. Mauritania themselves failed to make it beyond the group phase. The Tunisian team were involved in that competition as well, but they their run ended in the semi-finals by Uganda on this ground. Cross is collected by Diop. As Tunisia looking for the new generation to emerge. A lot of these players involved in the squad here tonight and on Thursday as well. They've been around for a while. Lots of experienced players, but a new generation is coming through for the Eagles of Carthage. And they'll be hoping to make an impression at the Cup of Nations in the new year. It's a competition they've won only once when they were the hosts back in 2004. Nicely dealt with by Mustafa Diaw. Back by Skiri, and a foul on Ferjani Sassi. Naiduni of Ferencváros in Hungary. Naiduni still going. It's strong defending from Abdul Ba to nudge him off the ball. Fairly done, according to the referee. Sued. And now the referee brings the play back. There is a Tunisian player on the ground here. Alias Skiri has been down for a while. Well, why is Elias Skiri on the floor? That's why. The challenge with Adam Abba. It's a chance for these Tunisian players to take on some water again. Past the midway point in the second half, it was quite the fight for the ball between Skiri and Ba. It'll have to be a drop ball to get play underway again. Well, there was that real flourish at the beginning of the second half from Tunisia, but we are still waiting for the opening goal. The Abed of Valenciennes in the French second tier gets play restarted again. Habib. Skiri is not looking too comfortable. That knock to the knee, and the change being made immediately. It's Mohamed Ali Ben Romdan who's coming on. Straight swap in midfield to Ben Romdan, the Espérance player. Part of that emerging generation, just 22 years old. Jani Sassi, Naiduni. Well, Ben Romdan is waiting to come on. Malou takes the knock and change being made here. Saad Beguir is coming on as well, and it's Hamza Rafia making way for him, the Juventus prospect. Flashes from him tonight. Saad Beguir is similarly attack-minded midfield player who plays his club football in Saudi Arabia. Mohamed Ali Ben Romdan is now on as well. Double change then for the away side. Jani Sassi. Excellent turn by Ben Romdan. It's been a physical contest at times. Diakite holds off Sassi and moves it across to the left for Abed. Diakite. It's nicely done by Umar Kamara. Sued wanted the free kick, nothing given by the referee. Lifted forward by Sassi. Awkward one for the Mauritanian defence. That ball holding up as it bounced, and Diop got into some trouble. He does well to make the save. And it's away by Huebib. Tunisia again threatening. Saifeddine Jaziri, with persistent play, managing to get the shot in. Well, it's sometimes considered a cliche that there are no easy games at the top level, but we're seeing that it's becoming more and more the case here in Africa. So many of the former minnows improving all the time, and there is a lot to be impressed about in the way in which Mauritania have played this evening. Glimpses of real technical quality. In athletic terms, they've stood up to Tunisia very well indeed. They've been very well organised. Just lacked a bit of quality in the final third. That's also been the case in a lot of the matches in this qualifying campaign across the continent. Teams who have that bit of quality in attack, they have the edge. So many of these matches have been very tight affairs, not a lot of goals involved in them. Ben Romdan lifting it forward. It's a good ball towards Jaziri. Could have done with some support there. He just bounces off the defender. Huebib has slotted in very well since the withdrawal of Bakary Ndiaye, who had that knock. Goalless it remains. Mauritania wanted a decision their way from the referee. There Ismail Diakite ending up on the ground. The play continues. Malul looking to find Sassi in the middle. Jaziri was in there as well. It's good covering by Moussa Ndiaye. Picked up now by Diakite. And handball by Laidouni. Qualifying campaign across Africa continuing tomorrow. One of the notable games, Cameroon are in action against Mozambique, and the Ivory Coast play against Malawi. In Group D, Egypt take on their neighbours Libya in Group F. Here come Tunisia again with Naim Sliti. Checks his run and looks for the support to his right. Saad Begir was the option. Mauritania again defending well. Forward by Abdul Ba. Sassi. Sliti looking to pick out Jaziri. Jaziri's shot, a good save again from Babacar Diop. It was well struck by Saifeddine Jaziri. It was perhaps a little bit too close to the middle of the goal. Good run by Jaziri. Just stealing half a yard on Huebib. And it will be a Tunisian corner again. Out-swinging ball from Malul this time. Comes all the way out to Naim Sliti. And the Abed holds off Jaziri, and Abed clears it long. Going to come straight back to the Mauritanian defence, but here is Umar Kamara. And he's got that pace. He's got the support from Mustafa Diaw, but Diaw's control lets him down. Defender who plays his club football in Bahrain. Maybe a problem here for Mustafa Diaw. First I thought it was perhaps just cramp, but he is holding his right hamstring. Time for some treatment here, and again, a chance for some of the Tunisian players to take on some water. See that shot again from Jaziri, a really good save from the goalkeeper to get it over the bar. We're going to see more changes from the home team. We'll have to wait to make a double change. Hussein Abderrahman, the number 4, is getting ready to come on. And Amadou Niasse as well, I think, is the other player who's set to make his way onto the field the next time the ball goes out of play. Another long-range attempt, which is not going to trouble Boubacar Diop, and it will allow Mauritania now to make the changes. Ismail Diakité is coming off. Well, flashes of excellent play from him this evening. Recently signed for CS Sfaxien in Tunisia, and making an impression on the watching Tunisian viewers this evening. Mamadou Niasse taking his place. Plays his club football in Egypt. And Mustafa Diaw, the right back, who had that hamstring problem, replaced by Hussein Abderrahman, who is a left back by trade, and he's moving across to the left back position. And Ali Abed is coming across to the near side. Here is the substitute. Low ball in, it's an awkward one for the Tunisian defence from Niasse. Just a reminder for Tunisia that as they go searching for that goal at the other end, they are not completely safe from conceding the opener at the other end. They come forward again. Hussein Abdelrahman, born in France, plays his club football in the lower leagues in Belgium. Quentin Martins and his staff having to be quite imaginative and willing to dig deep to find players. It's a nice turn by Ben Romdan. Abdul Bar getting back to cover and make life difficult for the Tunisian substitute. A free kick given away by Ali Malou. It's going to be a yellow card for the Tunisian player, the first booking of the evening. It's taken nearly 84 minutes. If it stays this way, it will be nothing more than a minor hiccup, you feel, for Tunisia on their way to topping the section. They'll be 3 points clear of Equatorial Guinea with 2 games remaining. They play in Equatorial Guinea next month. We've already beaten them 3-0 in September. But it's pretty simple for them. Win that game, regardless of what happens tonight, win that game and they will be assured of top spot in the section. And you would fancy them to get the better of Equatorial Guinea, not a leading light on the continent. As Diop comes out again, it was a difficult bounce for him. Tunisian change, Naïm Sliti off, Wabi Kazri is on. Just a few minutes for their star man. Can he keep up his record of having scored in every game in this group thus far? Mauritania will not be able to top the group. They are set to get their first point of the campaign before concluding away in Zambia and at home against Equatorial Guinea next month. Quentin Martins will then look at the Africa Cup of Nations, and at the moment he is already, I think, just trying to piece together his squad for that up-and-coming campaign. These teams will play each other again. Suede, interception by Ferjani Sassi. Jaziri giving chase, just a push into the back of Houebib. We're going to see another change here from Tunisian coach Wonder Kabaya. Saifeddine Jaziri is off. Fakhreddine Ben Youssef is the player to come on. Very experienced striker as Kazri crashes into Diop. Wabi Kazri of Saint-Etienne in Ligue 1. Very important player for them. Great name in French football, who are struggling badly at the beginning of this season. Tempers threatening to boil over again Appeals for handball against Montassar Talbi. Not spotted by the officials. Mauritania keeping the pressure on to some extent here. Abderrahman with the cross. Header away by Talbi again. Tunisia need to get it forward towards Fakhreddine Ben Youssef. So we head into 5 added minutes, mainly because of the raft of substitutions in this second half. A couple of stoppages for treatment as well for different players. Mauritania have managed to stand firm. Babacar Diop, the goalkeeper, has been pretty busy in the second half, but Tunisia not finished yet. This is Ben Youssef, the substitute. Laidouni, it's a foul on Laidouni. Quentin Martins is away out of his technical area to protest to the referee. Wabi Kazri scored at home to Mauritania a few days ago. He's got a goal in all 3 matches in this group before tonight for Tunisia. 2 of them from the penalty spot. Fakhreddine Ben Youssef lifts the cross in, and the header from Ferjani Sassi is wide. Montassar Talbi jogging back into position. Well, you can forgive Babacar Diop for not being in a great hurry here, but Mauritania have a player down anyway. This was the chance. And the header from Ferjani Sassi just lacked accuracy. We're going to see another change being made here. It's Moussa Ndiaye who is going to be replaced. Excellent shift from him this evening, but he's not able to see out the game, and Mahmoud Abdullahi is the player who will replace him. Player who started in Tunisia the other day. He's played in La Liga in Spain from Alaves, currently on loan in Croatia. Tunisian free kick, and it's about a couple of minutes of stoppage time remaining. We will go beyond the allotted 5. Brought down by Kazri. Lovely touch, and it comes back for the shot from Ben Romdan, which is blocked by a Mauritanian defender. Away by Mohamed Soued, who has played very well tonight in the Mauritanian midfield. Sassi trying to find Fakhreddine Ben Youssef. Ali Abed was keeping a close watch on Ben Youssef and just gave the Tunisian player a bit of a nudge. Under Kbaya calling for one last big effort from the Tunisian players as they look to make it 4 wins out of 4 in this group. They could be in here. Ben Youssef, he's blasted it wide. That was the chance for Tunisia to win it. Fakhreddine Ben Youssef in the 95th minute. And he really should have scored. Mauritania have survived, and they are set to register the first point of this qualifying campaign. And we've had a bit of luck in this second half, some big saves from Babacar Diop. And that is that. Much improved from Mauritania after their 3-0 defeat in Tunisia a few days ago. It's the first point of this qualifying campaign for them. It's the first dropped points for Tunisia, but they edge a little bit closer to finishing on top of this Group B, despite the final score here in Nouakchott this evening. Mauritania 0, Tunisia 0. Was the chance, wasn't it, for Fakhreddine Ben Youssef for Tunisia. Corentin Martins will be relieved that he missed it as his Mauritania side hold on for a draw. They drew 0-0 with Tunisia at the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt a couple of years ago, and these teams will meet again at the Cup of Nations in Cameroon in a few months' time. And this will have given Mauritania lots of confidence that they can really compete at that competition. They will not be going to the World Cup. They will not be able to catch top spot in this group, but in contrast, Tunisia are very much in control of this section. And despite the drop points this evening, a win against Equatorial Guinea in their next outing next month, that will wrap up top spot for them and keep them on course for a place in Qatar next year. Tunisia with 10 points after 4 games, Equatorial Guinea on 7, Zambia on 4. They're not going to catch the Tunisians, and Mauritania already eliminated on 1 point. That is all from us here this evening in Nouakchott.